Okay, let's go to the next one now. I had a little glitch there, but let's start here. So I'm on number 3. Let's see what name we're looking at. This is, and here is, look for where it's coded. This is Mr. Chaz S. Baker. So I want to look for Baker under the reference your accession log. Okay, so this one's already been, let's look here. Oh, okay, so this is the next one to be assigned. So let me close that. Let me go back here and get his card. And here's Chaz S. Baker. Close that. Now let's go to the accession log, and we're going to put Baker Chaz S. Mr. That number is going to go in on the alphabetic card, 22, 42, 68, and on the correspondence piece, 22, 42, 68. Now, I'm going to go ahead and save my changes here and put the alphabetic card back into the B's. Move it back here. Now, the correspondence is going to go into a folder, so I've got to add the folder, and the number on the folder is 22, 42, 68, and add the folder. Now, let's make sure we move that back to the correct place, so it should be at the end. There we go. So now it's the last one back there. You can see that they are in order 20, 21, 22, and then I will move the actual document into 22. Now, I didn't follow I did what it said. I just didn't check these off as the instructions had told me. But let's get them done now. So I've got it all done. Now we'll go to the next one. And this one is going to be Bakey. Now let's scroll down, because remember, this one has a cross-reference. So let's go, we're going to do the cross-reference by selecting 2 different alphabetic cards. We're going to get one that has Bakey and one that has Carter. We'll put, when we put the number from the accession log on the Carter card, we will put an X next to it. So this is Almira R. Bakey. Let's go in here and find, here is Bakey. We'll take that one. And then let's see, I don't know if it'll let me get no, let's go. We've got this one down here, so let's look at this. What did I say that name was? That second name, oh, Simon Carter, Mrs. Simon Carter. We'll have to remember that one in just a second. Okay, let's go to the accession log. And Dr. Bakey will be here. And we have selected the accession log. We're going to enter Dr. Bakey's name in the accession log. We did that. Enter that number on the cards and on the record. Now see, find the original and cross-reference cards for Bakey. So I'm going to save this. I've got to put the number here, 23, 41, 68. Okay, so save those changes. Then I'm going to go back in here to Carter. I've got to find Here we go. It was further at the back. Here's Carter, Simon, Mrs. C, Bakey, Almira, RMD. So I'm going to pull this one down. Now I have both of those here. Okay, so I can put the number on the cross-reference card. Here I'm going to add an X. And then I'll put the number 234168 on the letter. Okay, so both of the alphabetic cards go in here. So let's put Dr. Bakey first in the B's. Let's go ahead and go into the B's and make sure we've got them in the correct order now. Baker, Bakey, those are correct. Now we've got to go into the C's to put the second or cross-reference record right here. Now let's open this, and CrystalNet Carter needs to come before CrystalNet. So we'll do the fine sorting there. Now we're going to add a folder in our drawer 68, and the number is 234168. It's put in here, and let's drag to the back. No, didn't get it far enough back. There we go. And then drag this one, the correspondence, into that record. Okay, now I can check off all of these. So makes it a lot easier to do the cross-reference if all we have to make is a card and put the alphabetic card in place for the cross-reference. Okay, let's go on to number 5. This piece is an application letter, and RX Systems is likely to receive more correspondence about the subject. So this is the one where we're going to end up making a subject folder. So the subject being applications. So let's go to the accession log, and it wants us in the next available number, 244168. It wants us to put applications. I don't. Okay. And Chris Carter, let's see, enter the number into the alphabetic card applications. Okay, so I'm going to save changes there. I've got to go find applications here. See, here's my applications, but I'm also going to find Chris Carter and see where it's got applications there. So we'll put this, open both of those. So now I have both of those, and the number now from my accession log is 244168. The same number will go on Chris Carter's 244168. This is not a cross reference, so I'm not going to put an X here. But I will come up here and I will do 244168. I can save those changes. Now I'm going to put applications, the card, alphabetic card behind the A's, and I'm going to put Chris Carter behind the C. Now let's go into the C's and do the fine sorting. So Carter Chris will be the first one in here because it's going to come before Carter Simon. Now I'm going to need to add a new folder here, and the folder number is going to be 244168. I'll add that folder, and then drag it back so it's the last one. There we go. And then drag the document into 244168. So I did all of the steps. I entered applications on the accession log, put that number onto 2 different alphabetic cards, filed both of the cards in the card file, create the folder and filed the application letter in the folder. Now, let's go on to the next one. Find the alphabetic card for this correspondent, assign a number to this record, and if needed, to its related card and cards, and file appropriately. So you can see now with number 6, they have stopped giving us the detailed instructions. So the first thing I want to do is see what the number is. This is Above and Beyond Insurance Co. So let me go get a record. I don't have one yet. Here's Above and Beyond, and close that. Now I'll go to my accession log and put Above and Beyond Insurance Co. and type the number 254168 and type it on the letter as well, 254168. I can save my accession log. I can put the Above and Beyond into the A's. Now I already have one in there, so let's go ahead and do the sorting. I want Above and Beyond before applications, so I can close that. Now I need to add a folder, and this folder number is going to be 254168. It leaves it at the front of the file, so 25, I want it behind 25, and then I'm going to put 25 in here. And you can see now that I've got all of these folders that I made, and see how they all have drawer 68 as their terminal digit number, drawer 40 or number 42 as their folder, or I'm sorry, guide, and then the individual number is the 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 5. Okay, I can check this and go on. Now let's see, this is Imagination Cable Programming, and okay, I thought we might have a cross-reference, but we don't. So come in here and find Imagination. This step, you're not going to have these already made up. This step is where you're going to actually create a document, an alphabetic card file, alphabetic card, if you don't already have one. So I'm going to click on it to put it on my desktop, and this is how I created, quote unquote, the alphabetic card for this company. Now I'll go to my accession log, and the next one, look at this, we're changing drawers now. So I'm going to put Imagination, oops, better type it correctly, Cable Programming, and it is 50, 50, 67, and I'll put the same number up here, 50, 50, 67. Now I'm going to save changes to my accession log. I'm going to file the card behind the eyes. It's the only one in there, so I don't have any fine sorting to do. Now, this time I'm going to go down to drawer 67, and I'm going to add a folder, and the folder is 50, 50, 67. I can add it there, and I need to carry it behind the 50, 67 guide, and then I can drag that in here. Okay, check off that one. Let's do number 8. Here is Chicago Airways, Inc. So let's go up and create a alphabetic card for Chicago Airways, Inc. Did I get that? Yeah, I did. It's over there. So here it is. Then I'll go to my accession log. The next available number is where I'm going to type Chicago Airways, Inc. The number then I'm going to put on the card is 515067, and on the document itself, 515067. I can save my accession log. I'm going to add another folder in the 67 drawer. It's going to be 515067. Add that folder, drag it back behind the 50 right there. And then, well, let's put the Chicago Airways into the C's. Let's go ahead and do the fine sorting. Carter, Crystal. Chicago Airways needs to go in before Crystal. These you want to do your fine sorting as soon as you've got everything, as soon as you put it into its location. And then I've got 51, 50, 67. I'll put it in here. And we finished that one. Number 9. Find the original and cross-reference cards for Alan R. David. We're going to make a cross-reference for David Allen R. So let's go into the alphabetic cards. There's David. Now let's go find Allen, the cross-reference. Okay, so we've got them both here. Now we'll go to the accession log. Now here we're going to put David Allen R. Let's spell it correctly. And the number is 52, 50, 67, 52, 60, 67. On his cross-reference, the confusing name, we put that same 52, 60, 67, but put an X after it. That denotes that it is a cross-reference. Then I'm going to save my changes, add the number 52, 60, 61 to the document. Okay, no, 67. I said it wrong. Okay. Now, let's file the cards first. The first one is David. It goes in the D's. The second one is Allen. Goes in the A's. Now, there's already some in there, so let's, above and beyond applications, Allen is going to come before applications. And then we're going to create a folder, and that folder's number is 52, 60, 67. We're going to put that at the back in numeric order. Right there, 52. And then we'll drag the document into 52. Now, we've finished both of these steps, plus the letter so that the folder that you created. So we've done all of that. Now, number 10. What number is this? Find the alphabetic cards for this correspondent. Remember to retrieve and code both the cross-reference card and the original card for Elite. So this one has a cross-reference. Let's look at the name so that we see. See, here is the name that's coded, Elite Inc. So that's our original filing segment, but it's also known as Ellen's Important Television Events, Inc. So this is the cross-reference. So we want Elite and Ellen's. Let's get, here is Elite. We'll take that card, and here's Ellen's right behind it. Take that one. Now, go to our accession log, and the next number available to us is 53, 49, 67, and that will be Elite ink. And then we'll put 53, 49, 67 on that card, 53, 49, 67, X on the cross reference, and then 53, 49, 67, no X on the document itself. So save changes to the accession log, come into the alphabetic card file, and both of them go into the E. Put that one in and that one in. Oops, where did I put that one? It went in the wrong place, I think. Yeah, let's get that one out of there. Get it back here and put it into E. Now let's do the fine sorting. Edwards, Elite, ELI, ELL. So those are in the correct order already. I don't need to change anything on that. But I'm going to add a folder to my 67 drawer. I'm sorry, 67 drawer. And that's going to be 53, 49, 67. Add the folder. Drag it back to where it belongs. There we go. And then drag the document to 53, 49, 67. Okay. Chugging right along. File the cards and letter appropriately. Number 11. Here is above and beyond. I remember us having already created one for this. So let's go to the card file. This time, we're not going to make a new one. We're going to come here and we want above and beyond. I'm going to pull it out so I can look at it because I need this number. I don't need to do anything with the accession log. I just simply need to type 25, 41, 68 on the document itself. Now I'm going to put the above and beyond back in the card file, but I got to make sure I get it back to the right position. If I were at my desk doing a job, I wouldn't have to pull this out. I could simply lift it up and let it sit there for a little bit. Now let's go find 25, 41, 68. And here is in the 68 drawer, 25, 41, 68. So pull it over and jump it in. Now, let's fine sort these. The date on this one is March 16, and this one is March 10. March 16 needs to go first because it is newer or was received more recently than the March 10th one was. So I can close that, and I can close that out. Number 12. This is Miss Tara Bronstein. So I'm going to go to my uncoded records, and here is Bronstein. Take this out. And then I'll go to my accession log. The next number is going to be 54, 49, 67. Type her name in that blank, type the number 49, 67 on the card and put it on the document itself. I'm going to save the changes to the accession log. I'm going to put the Brownstein into my B's, and I'm going to click in and make sure they're in order. Baker, Bakey, Brownstein. They're in the correct order. But now I've got to add a folder here. So that folder is going to be, 54, 49, 67. I'll add that folder and then drag it back to the back. There we go. 54, 49, 67, and put that in there. There's only one document there, so I've finished everything. Now, let's look at number 13. This record is the second one for Crystal Net. So what they're telling me is I already have an alphabetic card for Crystal Net. So let's go find it. Here's Crystal Net. I'm going to put it on my desktop for a moment. I'm going to add the number 214268 to the letter. I can put the card back into Crystal Net. Let me check that and make sure. Yep, Crystal Net is still alphabetized correctly. And now I want, in drawer 68, I want 2142. 2142, and there it is. So I'm going to drop this in. I've lost it. 2142. Now I've got 2 in there, so let's make sure they're in the right order. This one is dated March 2nd. This one is March 5th. So I'm going to change position so that the one we received most recently is first in the file folder. Finish this one. Now I can go to the next record, number 14. This is Chicago Simulcast. I don't remember that one, so let's go create a record. And there it is, Chicago Simulcast. I want to dump that. There we go. Okay. Chicago Simulcast. Let's go to the accession log and type that name. In the next available number, put the number on the alphabetic card, 55, 49, 67, and on the record, 55, 49, 67. Save the changes. Add Chicago Simulcast to the alphabetic cards. Let me check the order of these. Chicago Simulcast needs to come after Chicago Airways, before Crystal Net. Put that in there, and now I need to add a folder to drawer 67, and the number is 55, 49, 67. Drag it all the way to the back. And then put the piece of correspondence in the correct folder. And it only has one, so I don't have to check it. And now I'm on 15. And this one is Above and Beyond. We already have an Above and Beyond. So I'm going to go find the, note that I can't just go to Above and Beyond in any of these folders in either of these drawers, because I don't remember what their number is. Not even going to try and remember. So I'm going to go into the A's, and I'm going to put Above and Beyond on my desktop. And I'm going to add the number 25, 41, 68 to the piece of correspondence. I can put Above and Beyond back into the alphabetic card file. Let's change or check that I've got it in the right order, though. Above before Allen. And then this is going to go into drawer 68, number 2541. So 68, and here is 2541. Put it there. Now let me go check and make sure I've got one March 16th, March 10th, and March 27th. That March 27 needs to come to the beginning, because that's the one I received most recently. So these are in descending chronological order: March 27th, March 16th, March 10th. And I can close that. Now, finish and submit. I'm just going to run through these, the ones that have multiples in, and make sure that I've got them all in the right order. So here's a 2. March 5th comes before March 2nd. So we're good there. Let's go into 3. March 27th comes before March 16th, comes before March 10th. So we're okay there. Now let's go back here and check these as well. The A's, these are in alphabetical order. So AB before AL, before AP. I'm good there. Go to the B's. Baker, Bakey, Brownstein. I'm good there. Go to the C's. I've got 5 here. Carter, Chris, Carter Simon. Okay. Chicago Airways, Chicago Simulcast, and then Crystal Net. Those are in the right order. I've got only 1 in behind D. I've got 3 in E. Edwards Donna, Elite, and Ellens. Those are in the right order. So I think that I'm ready to submit it. I'm going to click, I've already reviewed my answers. I'll click submit. And let's see how I did. Thank you for submitting your work. Submission has been processed. Okay, let's see. Here we go. Oh, golly. And here I thought I did everything correct. Let's check my answers. I'm looking for whatever is red down here. I wonder what I did. Green, 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 green. Your numeric coding contains errors. You placed the record in correspondence 67. It should be in 52. Oh, look what I did. I mistyped that number. So when I should have typed 50, I typed 60, and then I created a folder that was incorrect as well. So that's a simple typographical error. I should have caught that long before I ever submitted this. So my bad. Okay, that was green, green. And here's the one. There's the 60. This is in the alphabetic card file where it should have been 50 and I typed 60. So there's the third mistake. It didn't want that X there. Where are we supposed to put the X? I thought that we put it on the, I'll have to follow up on that because it's telling me that that X is incorrect. I will have to follow up and get back to you on that one, and I'll do that. And this is, so it's telling me that I'm putting that X in the wrong place. Whoops. And there it is again. So somehow I have, and I completed the accession log correctly. Okay. So here's the 50 where I didn't create it, but I did create the 60. So there's one. And now you incorrectly placed 23, 41, 68 folder behind 42. It should be placed behind the 41 guide. Oh, look what I did here. I placed them behind the wrong guides. Golly, folks, I need to go redo this or fix my work, because I sure did make the mistakes. And every one of them is my own sloppiness. Actually, I'm not suggesting that anybody else is sloppy. I just know from my experience that this is what I've done wrong. So now I can see what my errors were. I placed a folder behind 224268. I put this one in the wrong folder. It should have been placed behind the 4168. And been placed behind the folder. See, here's that 50. Been placed behind 50. 52 should have been placed behind 51. So you know what I didn't do? I did not check my work, check the order of the folders that I had in the drawers before I submitted it. All I did was check alphabetic filing and the filing of the documents inside. And I should have gone and corrected and checked the position, the names and positions of the folders in my drawer, if I had wanted to catch these errors before I submitted it. So anyway, that is job 12. And remember, it says that once I close this, that I'm not going to be able to see this, the checked answers, but where you will be able to get back to it is in your MindTap gradebook. If you'll go to your MindTap gradebook, click on the job 12 or on the score. My gradebook doesn't look the same as yours, so I'm not sure which one you need to click on, but it is probably the grade you get for job 12. If you click on it, it will give you an opportunity to review your answers again. So I'll click here to close, and I'm going to say thank you, stop sharing, and thank you. And give me a call if you have anything. Message me, email me, give me a call. I will see you later.